Howdy ho, neighbors. Tuesday morning, just doing what we always do, removing unwanted, potentially dangerous trees. 2 hours from the house, but if we're not cutting them here, we're cutting them somewhere else. You can see Dylan's up in the bucket working out this third tree. There was 3 total, this is the third one. You can see the bad pitch canker right here, about 1/3 of the way up. That thing has a significant lean out, of course, away from these other trees. These 2 are fine, but this one with that pitch canker, we kind of deemed it unsafe and necessary for removal. So that's the one we're working on now. I'm gonna take you across the yard and show you what we did first thing this morning. A couple of different things with this job. Really tight quarters. We were scheduled to do this job the end of last week, but with all the rain, we found it best to wait, and I'm glad we did. It don't appear that we messed up the yard. That's very important to us. That's one of our strict policies, is not causing more damage than is necessary. We want to, whenever we leave from an area, that you really don't even know that we've been there, minus the trees are gone, except for the trees being gone. So we really take that into account. We really work really hard not to crush bushes, not to mess up anything. So with that being said, we set up here this morning first, and I worked this one down. It had a bad pitch canker in it too, as you can see here. You can see it. It's just a pitch pocket. It's a weak joint, a weak spot in the tree. Probably over time, it looks like there's a stub right here where a limb was, but more times than not, they suffer some kind of damage. Even whenever that thing was a lot smaller than it is now, obviously, it suffered something. And it just cankered itself over, causing a weak spot. Thanks. So we was able to get that one down really with no problem. That was the smaller one of the 3. This one right here, as you can see, is indicated with a blue X. This was the troublesome one. I reached all I could with our boom, and it just wasn't enough. These were one of these, as our friend Andrew Kelly says, a tricky tree, or a tricker tree. This thing will trick you out. It didn't look as tall as it is whenever I initially come and looked at it. But then, of course, when we come here and get set up and get ready to go, it was all I could reach, and there was still another 25 or 30 foot of top above us, or above me, you know, higher than the boom. I didn't feel real comfortable trying to catch a top for a couple of different reasons. You know, we was able to catch this top here, and basically, for the ones that don't know, catching a top is exactly what it sounds like. You just catch the top to itself. A little bit of rigging, set a block, tie everything off good. The tail rope comes down to a porter wrap. He gets a couple of wraps on it where it won't go anywhere, and then you put a bed and a back cut in it, and when it goes, it just catches to itself, and you can lower it straight down. It takes a lot of practice to be able to do that efficiently and without causing any damage. But with this one, there were so many factors with the satellite, the fence, and with there being so much top above me, I just didn't feel comfortable. We all collectively decided that the better route would be for me to climb out of the bucket into the top and go on up there and continue limbing it out, and then catch a top and all off of hooks. That sounds exciting, don't it? It's not near as fun as what it used to be. I used to get off on that kind of stuff. Now I'm like, put it off till tomorrow. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put that one off until first thing in the morning. I've got to be at a softball game for my daughter this afternoon, so I didn't want to get all nasty, and I didn't want to be under time pressure. That time pressure can be fatal. I know that from experience. When you get in too big of a hurry and you get rushed, that's not something you want to do when you're in a hurry. So you know, we try to practice safety and efficiency. We're not trying to set any records. We're not trying to prove anything to anybody by getting trees down so fast. We want it down safely and efficiently. And that's the target for in the morning, is that one right there. And that thing is taller than it looks. It's I would say probably 100 foot from top to bottom. So I'll be going up that one in the morning. I'll set the bucket back up and get me 3/4 of the way up it, and I'll climb out of the bucket into the top. Once I get up there and get secure, the guys will rack the bucket up, and they'll back the truck up out of the way, and then we'll proceed with caution. Once I get the top out of it though, I'm pretty confident we can bring that stub and we can lay it right here. That's the good thing, is that I don't have to work all that wood down off of hooks. But just wanted to share with you guys something, you know, that one there also has a bad pitch canker in it. Right in there where I'm pointing, like I say, about 1/4 of the way up it. They were just damaged at some point, and pine trees don't really compartmentalize wounds as good as red oaks or hickories or other trees. So it just forms a big pitch canker, and that'll be a weak spot. That'll be where it breaks off, more than likely, in the event of a storm or something. That'll be where it breaks off. Can't really see it from here because it's not zoomed in, but you can see the sap and all just oozing out of it. And there's another one likewise up top there, another little canker at the top. So that'll be one for tomorrow. We don't have to grind the stumps on this job. We just have to get everything down and cleaned up. In fact, doing this job for a gentleman that's been in the business for a long time up here in Liberty County, Bryan County, Mr. David Rogers, we help him out. He helps us out. Fortunate to have that relationship with somebody in the business. So glad we're able to help him. It's just going to be a little bit more time consuming than we thought, and just tedious work, you know. But if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. Wait, everybody is doing it. So being everybody is doing it, make sure to give us a call. Keep us on your list in case of an emergency. 912-282-2964. Don't even wait until there's an emergency. This is good preventative maintenance, what we're doing here this morning. Cutting out these weaker trees. Also, really quick, the ones with them pitch cankers, like I pointed out, these 3 that we're removing are prime candidate for the pine beetle. These will be the trees that die first, from my experience and just being around trees and working with trees since 2007. So I'm racking up some years here. And these will be the ones that draw in the bugs. These will be the ones that die first, because the beetle bug will attack the weaker trees like these. So of course we want to get them out before they can break and fall and damage a bunch of stuff, or if they go to dying off naturally because of beetles. So there you have it, folks. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Be sure to like and share. I work really hard trying to work on this social media stuff, so I appreciate everybody that follows along and supports us. Later.